Hello, good evening, everyone. We're still admitting some people. Hello, good evening, everyone. So good to be here together. Day 14, can you imagine? Day 14 of our 21-day journey together. My name is Didia. I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga since I was a teenager. And I'm originally from Romania, but I've been living in Wales for many, many years. And it's a great joy and a great honor for me to be here with you this evening. If you're new today, if this is your first time, please stick with us, because at the end we'll have a breakout room specially for you, where we are going to talk to you a bit more about Sahaja Yoga, and you're going to also go through the self-realization meditation. If just so you know, all these sessions are recorded. So for everyone, if you want to go back and if you want to watch this, the previous sessions, you can do so on YouTube. We will leave all the links in the chat box. Make sure you click on them. I will point you when you need to do that, because once we end the Zoom, the links will disappear, but I will remind you a bit about this at the end. The program will be for about an hour, so we'll stay an hour together, and then at the end we'll have some breakout rooms, some workshops in these breakout rooms. So if you want to spend with us some more time, that's great. And yesterday, so we talked about the second chakra, the Swadhisthana chakra, with its beautiful qualities of creativity. Nabi chakra, sorry, with the beautiful qualities of pure, inner peace and contentment. And today we're going to go further. And this is very dear chakra for me. It's the heart chakra, and its beautiful qualities of love, pure love, compassion, security, fearlessness. So it's going to be a very, very insightful and a very beautiful program. So we're going to have a guided meditation. And as always, we're going to have a video talk by the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. Then we'll have a meditation with live music. We'll have a wonderful presenter sharing their personal experience. We'll talk a bit about the one-to-one mentorship program and how to meditate at home. And at the very end, as I said, we'll have the support rooms to share experiences, to ask any questions, and to get to know each other better. So welcome to this session. It is free of charge, and you'll never have to pay anything for Sahaja Yoga. And now it is with great joy that I will introduce you the presenters and the musician for this evening. So Tim, Obi, and Adam, thank you so much for joining me this evening. If you'd like to introduce yourselves, that would be great. Hello, Adam.
Hi, Delia. So hi, I'm Adam, and I have been practicing Sahaja Yoga since kind of the mid-90s, and I got so much from it, I guess, that I've definitely not stopped. So, and as part of that journey of getting into meditation, I've also got into playing the sitar. So I'm going to play some music for meditation later on.
We're so in for a treat. Thank you so much, Adam. Hello, Tim. Welcome.
Hi. Hi, so my name's Tim. I'm basically an actor and a singer. I've been meditating for about 35 years, something like that. Yeah, same as you, since I was a teenager.
Only?
Well, yeah. Well, actually, I found out not that long ago that I lived around the corner from Shri Mataji's house. So technically, I could have been meditating since the age of 8, but I don't think I was necessarily. But yeah, so in a moment, we'll be doing an exercise on how to awaken those qualities of the heart, again, by using some of these simple sounds that the Kundalini makes, which we call bija mantras. So very, very simple way of activating those qualities.
I so look forward to joining you. Thank you so much. And Obi, hello.
Hello, Delia. Nice to meet you and everybody on this platform. My name is Obi. I live in Basildon, 35 miles from London. And I started practicing Sahaja Yoga 1997. And that's not long ago for a Sahaja Yogi.
No, just a few years ago, only almost 30 or so. Thank you so much for joining me, and for I'm sure we'll have such a wonderful time together, and I hope you will all just allow these moments, this hour for you, for your inner being. And I will hand it over to you, Tim, to start the program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to start in the way that we always start all of our meditations, by raising the Kundalini and then putting ourselves into Bandhan. So we just raise that central energy. And then when we get to the top, we tie a knot one time, and then again. Watching our left hand as we go, wrapping the right hand around it. Second time, 2 times. And then the third time, 3 knots. And then with the bandhan, so our left hand doesn't move this time, and our right hand goes in an arc over the top and back 7 times. But with your attention at the top of the head, as we describe an arc around all of our chakras. Good. And then just relax the hands on the lap and allow the attention to go inside. And you can take it to the top of the head. Hopefully it's starting to float up there quite naturally. We can help it by just putting the flattened palm of our right hand on the very top of the head, just to open that top center, that Sahasrara chakra as we call it, 1,000-petal lotus, the crown chakra. And then just raise the hand upward about 15, 20 centimeters, 12 inches or so. Just helps us focus our awareness at that special meditative point. And then just relax the hand back on the lap, but keeping our attention at the top of the head. So it's almost as if we're gently, softly breathing through the top of our head. And that helps dissolve any thoughts which might be coming. So that instead of mental action, we go into just breath action. And then no action at all. Just silence. So the heart chakra is very much to do with our emotions. And a sense of pure love. But a pure love that's not just about relationships between people, but an energy which is actually at the basis of everything. So that everything actually is coming from that pure love. And one way of connecting with that is with the breath. So we can take our right hand and place that on the breastbone, so in the center of the chest. And we can take quite slow breaths, so breathing in, holding it for a moment, just so that we're not stuck on the breath, and then just releasing it, but sending it upward. Send the breath upward. So again, this helps us establish ourselves in the Sahasrara, top of the head, and also helps enlighten those emotions, helps the vibration, the pure energy, come onto those emotions, so that those emotions that we have become positive and nourishing, beautiful, joyful. Beautiful. You can really feel in the center heart, something is changing, something is shifting. So in the center heart is a sense of protection, of confidence. And we can simply ask this mother energy within us to help us develop that quality so that any anxieties they don't affect us anymore. So we can simply ask, Mother, by your grace, I am completely fearless. Mother, by your grace, I am completely fearless. I am confident. But by confidence, we don't mean ego, we mean self-confident, spiritually confident. We know who we are. And we are the pure spirit. So we can move on to the left side of the heart, where the pure spirit resides. Mother, I am the pure spirit. And that is who we truly are. Mother, please come into my heart. Please enlighten my emotions. Please purify my emotions. And let me feel joy in my heart. And we can just raise the Kundalini up again through the central channels. So we again establish that connection between the heart and the top of the head, so that the heart, where the spirit resides, and the Kundalini unite in the Sahasrara, and we feel that deeper state of integration. So we can take the Om. Remember last time, back in Monday, I think it was, when we did the Om. So we'll take the Om again. O and Om, raising the hand from the base of the spine to the top of the head as we take the Om. Om. again, together. Om. And again. And again. And feel that strong connection from the heart to the top of the head. To keep our Sahasrara open, we have to have an open heart, and vice versa. A pure heart, so that pure divine love, which is coming from the Kundalini, from the whole universe, flows through us to the whole world. So everything is a flow, a pure flow of energy. And that is the nature of unconditional love. It just flows. It just gives. Without attachment, without expectation, it just is. So let's take the sound which helps open this chakra. The sound is yam. This is a Sanskrit sound made by the Kundalini itself as it passes through the heart. Yam. Y-A-M, yam. There are 12 petals on this chakra, so we'll take it 12 times. So 4, 4 and 4 groups of yam. On this note. So let's say yam together to awaken all of those qualities of the heart, and also the qualities of the right heart, of pure responsibility, all the qualities of the good father and of the ideal king, of the ideal person within us. All of these qualities, let's awaken that with the sound yam. Yam, yam, yam. Yum, 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 yum. And again, all together. Yum, 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 yum. And then again back on the left heart. So one thing we can sing together, a very simple phrase, Shivoham, Shivoham. So in Sanskrit this means I am the pure spirit. Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. And then just relax, gently breathing through the top of the head, allowing that flow of pure love to just envelop us, embrace us, transform us. Karacharana kritam va kayajam karmajam va Shravnanayana jamva manasam vaparadam Vehitam mahavihitam va sarvamita kshamasva Jaya Jaya Karnabde Shri Mahadeva Shambho Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Gently breathing through the top of the head. Breathing the silence.
The first power that you get is that your awareness becomes collectively conscious. That you can feel another person on your fingertips. That means you become absolutely aware. Like I went today to Mexico. And I could feel the whole country. I knew about it before, but my attention was not so deeply there. I could feel the whole country has a very bad left side problem. And the left side problem is affecting even this area. And the left side problem, you can feel it very clearly, that your left side becomes heavy and you feel the heat in all your centers. So you start feeling the atmosphere, the country, the people, an individual, and yourself. So you know the problem of a particular place. I mean, you may not feel that much in the beginning. You may just feel yourself to begin with. Then you start feeling others. So thus the awareness grows more and more. In the central nervous system, you start feeling the problems of other people, your own problems. But it is not that you feel them as something which is painful or troublesome, but you feel them as little heat or sometimes little pain, very little, as if you are recording it like a barometer. And when that happens, you want to get rid of it, as if they are your own problem. And if you know how to get rid of it, you can do it. That's what I was doing. And that's how I'm late. Something on the collective. If you are working on something, you want to finish the job, and then you want to attend to another. Don't want to leave something half done. For human beings, it is difficult in the beginning, because from human awareness you are rising to superhumanness, or you can call it to super awareness, into a subtler awareness. So first the awareness is gross, and then your awareness becomes subtler. But with that, you do not feel in any way uncomfortable or upset, because you become extremely powerful, such power of compassion that you don't feel anything, no pain, no problems. The illusions disappear completely. There's no more illusion in the mind. Like people say that when you face something, you are filled with greed or lust. But when your eyes become pure, there is no greed or lust. But what happens? That you start feeling the oneness with another thing, whatever it is, in a way that it is joy-giving. Like you see someone, an attractive person, there is no sensation of baser feelings for that person. But the sensation just disappears, and you start feeling the joy of the creation of that person or the thing. Like in Mexico, people have made so many things with hand. If you watch them, you might think how much it will cost, what will be the price, who has made it. But if there is no thought, then you see something which looks very joyous, because you can feel the vibrations. And you know somebody has made it who might have been a realized soul, who might have been a very great devotee of God, might have been a person who must have thought that this is your creation, O God. Such a person might have made with that feeling which is to be gratified, and you feel that we should take it. The matter has only one capacity, that it gives joy in giving to others, so that you can express your happiness into it. So you become very subtly aware of the matter, that you start understanding the matter, what it means and what is the use of a particular thing. In the same way, when you meet people, new people, absolutely never known, you know what are their needs, what problems they have, on a wider scale, on a collective scale, and also you know one simple thing, that there are people in Mexico who are seeking God, who are to be helped, who are to be given something that they want. They may not be so much aware of it, but we become aware of them. And a kind of a rapport of a very subtle type is established. And you get attracted towards other people, not through any lust or greed or any purpose, but in oneness with the joy that they have within themselves. The joy of the Spirit. You look at them and you feel this person is such a wonderful person. How do you know? You start feeling the cool vibrations in your hand from that person. And you just enjoy that person for that person's sake, not for anything, whether poor, rich, good looking, bad looking, doesn't matter. You approach the spirit of another person because you have become the spirit. People talk of big things, of organizing peace missions, this mission, that mission, to create a better relationship. All relationships which are at a gross level create problems, because there is some sort of a lurking selfishness behind it. But once it becomes a spiritual relationship, you just enjoy the other person without getting into any discussion about what is your gain, what is you are going to achieve through going nearer to that personality. Thus you become the receiver of the joy, like a lake which is rippleless, which is absolutely quiet and looks like a mirror. It reflects all that is created round it completely and emits complete joy of the creation. In the same way, the heart, which is filled with the light of the Spirit, reflects the complete joy of the creation of another person. Whatever it has in a subtle way, you enjoy it. Then the time you don't see. You go beyond time. You go beyond time. You are not bothered about time. Everything has got a proper time. And you start understanding that this is the time it was to be. You don't become a slave of time. You don't become slave of any habits. You don't become slave of any temptations. But you enjoy the complete freedom of enjoying the joy.
So we can open our eyes now, and as we've been doing in the sessions, we can finish off our meditation with this raising Kundalini and putting on Bandhan. Again, this is to help us bring the meditation with us. So obviously we've been meditating, but we want to try and bring some of that thoughtlessness, that silence with us into our day, so that we keep a little bit of that kind of witnessing silence with us. So we do this raising Kundalini, as we know, the left hand in front, starting at the base of the spine. We go around the hand with our right hand. You can watch the left hand as we go up to the top of the head, and we tie a knot. And it's important when we're doing this, not just that we're moving our hands, but that our attention is focused as well. We don't want to keep our attention focused on the movement, not on, what we're going to have for dinner or something like that. So again, we do it a second time, watching our hand as it goes up. And this time we tie 2 knots. And then the final time, we tie 3 knots. And then this bandhan, this protection for our chakras. So we take our right hand from the left side of our body with our left hand on our lap. We go over the top of the head, all the way, and then all the way back. And we do this 7 times, once for each of the chakras. So 2, 3, over the heart, the Vishuddhi in the neck, and the Agya in the forehead, and the 7th center, the top center, the Sahasrara. And that kind of concludes our formal meditation. But we can stay in that state of mind if we can, and I'm going to pass us across now to Obi, and Obi is going to tell us something about his journey into meditation and into Sahaja Yoga. So Obi, if you're there. Please.
Yes, I am here. Thank you very much, Adam. It is hard to come in from that silence. But I have now to anyhow. My journey was fraught with a lot of danger, as I realized when I was a teenager that I was a seeker, and seeking became at some point more important to me than anything else. Anyhow, the background is I tried many religions, tried different practices to no success. And at this point, I was actually getting frustrated and thinking maybe I ought to give up, to expect to find what I'm seeking in this lifetime. And then there was this man sitting in front of me in a train in London. He was holding a book like that, which he was reading. And I recognized the title of the book and the author. And I thought, wow, this is about occultism, something that I had been trying to find out about as well. So I went to sit next to him and chat him up. So this is your line of interest? He said, oh yes, this is my line of interest. And as soon as we started talking, he then asked, has your Kundalini been awakened? I thought, wow. As I knew about the Kundalini, but that it is so difficult to be awakened. So how could this man ask me so casually? And I asked him, has yours been awakened? And he said, yes. I was awed. So I'm sitting next to someone whose Kundalini is awakened. How did that happen? And he said, there are these people called Sahaja Yoga. They awaken it so easily by raising their hands. And I thought, wow. So where are they? And he said, Leytonstone. Okay, what day and where, what location? He gave me the address. So I went there on the Thursday, the first Thursday. And I sat in there through the whole session. I only remember that somebody at some point stood behind me working on me, and he was gleefully asking me to bring my hand over my head to feel the flow of what he called vibrations, the energy coming out. And I couldn't feel it. Oh, bring the other hand. You should be able to feel it. I just couldn't feel it. I was so disappointed, and I walked out of there. And because I was that disappointed, nothing registered, I decided to forget these people, and actually forgot them for the best part of a year. But weeks later, I became aware that I was getting some spiritual experiences. But I didn't know why I was getting that, and what was I doing? Nothing different. So I started looking around. How do I get an explanation for what is happening to me? You just don't grow spiritually for nothing. You know, something has to have happened or is happening. And then I went to a fair which was held in Walthamstow. And in the corner, there was sitting a clairvoyant. I went to sit before her, and I asked her, hello, how are you? And she said, fine. And do you want to read your future? I said, yes, please. And she went into meditation and came back and said, your prayers have been answered. And I thought, my prayers? What prayers? Your prayers have been answered. Don't worry about anything else. You have found exactly what you're looking for. I left there. Of course, she told me a few other things, more material than spiritual. But this one, which was what I needed to know more about, she made it sound so vague for me. My prayers have been answered. And so I went home. I was already doing some sort of meditation. And with these experiences I was now getting, and my prayers have been answered, all these things didn't gel for me. I wanted to know specifically what is happening. What am I supposed to do? Or what is expected of me? I flipped through the pages of a magazine and found another clairvoyant called this one. And she said, oh, you are a great one. Of course, it's on a premium number. That's how she makes her money. You are one of the great ones, and you ought to be with the others. You're alone. I said, where are the others? So she gave me the name and a telephone number of someone in Southend. I called her and she asked me to come over. I went to see her. As I was driving to Southend, the top of my head was so painful. It was like somebody screwing a knot in there. And anyway, I got there and joined them. She said, come and sit with us every Wednesday and see how you feel. I went to sit with them, and there were a class of clairvoyants. Maureen was the leader. After the first Wednesday, the next Wednesday, she made me sit at the other head of the table. And this was carrying on every Wednesday. I felt she would lead us through meditation and we'd come back and give our experiences. And mine was nothing, but they would always have an experience of some part of, or some time in the past, you know. So anyway, after months and months, I decided to tell them that I wasn't going to come anymore, or I would take some time off. So spontaneously, it was hard for me to start consciously. Spontaneously, I started telling them, I'm going to take time off from these meetings and decide whether I want to come back. And Maureen immediately cut in, what do you mean? Why would you take time off? You're doing well, even better than most of us. And I said, what? I don't feel like that. And she said, yes, yes, yes. Then I asked her, so what is it that happens every time we are sitting through the session? At some point, I will suddenly lose all my strength. I was just short of flopping down on the floor, but it would only last for 10 to 15 seconds. And I will gain all my strength as if nothing happened. So I asked her, what happens there? And she said, but Obi, but you should know. I thought, no, I don't know anything. So she said, yes, Obi, we have all been using your energy. And I said, what? You have all been using my energy? And I had no clue of this. And she said, casually, you know, but Obi, you are connected to an infinite source. Wow. So much happened, which I didn't understand. Anyhow, I went home that day, not knowing if I would come back or not. But 3 things happened that led me to know and made it impossible for me to go back there. And after the 3rd thing happened, that was when Sahaja Yoga came back to my attention. And I remember the events of that day. And the next Thursday, I was to go there only to find they have moved to another location. And I couldn't wait for the next Thursday for the new location. I went to that location only to find they had said that they wouldn't be holding the class this Thursday. It would be the next one. It was a long wait. The wait of a baby for the mother was indescribable. So anyhow, I'm sorry I had to say this in a very short time, but it's a very, very long story. And thank you very much for giving me the chance.
Obi. Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's a story of a true seeker, and a lot of us can relate to that initial maybe disappointment when you don't feel, the vibrations, and you don't believe that there is really something there. But if you continue, then you discover what an amazing, we indeed, as you said, we get connected to an infinite source.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us this evening. I'm sure it was inspiring for a lot of us. Thank you to everyone for your patience. We are towards the end of our program. We're just going to go through some slides now before we'll end with the breakout rooms. So how to meditate at home, so important to get this experience of meditation, ideally 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening, and find a place in your house that you can dedicate to this meditation experience. Just sit comfortably. Ideally, you would like to have like a candle, the fire element, and the photograph of Shri Mataji, because it sends vibration. So good energies to resonate with our inner energy. And we'll send you plenty of meditation resources so you can follow online meditations. So I would highly encourage you to do this at home. If we can have the next slide, please. This is the slide with our resources, which we're going to put in the chat as well. If you haven't done so already, I highly encourage you to join the WhatsApp group, and also click on the link. We'll send you the link where you can find all the recordings of these sessions, so you can go to them, you can save them, bookmark the link if you want, and you can just access them whenever you need to. And for tomorrow, until the end of the course, we'll use the same Zoom link at 7:45 p.m. to start the meetings. Okay, I think the next slide is with the mentoring. Yes, something that is very dear to my heart because it's such an important, support system. I mean, you come here, you meditate, you learn a few things, but I can't tell you how important it is to connect to a more experienced, Sahaja Yogi who can mentor you, who can support you if you have any questions or if you need any help, in your meditation journey. You can use the QR code. So if you have a phone, and you can use the QR code here in the picture. If not, we will send you in a moment. The tech team will put in the chat the link with a Google form to introduce your details, so you can be matched to a mentor. It can take up to 3 days to do so. So in case you send the form and you don't hear back straight away, please have some patience. It can take up to 3 days. Okay, and next slide, please. Fabulous. So next slide is with the Vishuddhi Chakra, which is what the theme for tomorrow will be. The beautiful qualities of self-respect and respect for others. And also this chakra helps us to be detached and to witness the drama of life. And oh my God, how much we need it nowadays, isn't it? So I hope you'll join us tomorrow to learn more about the beautiful qualities within us. Okay, and at the end, we're going to go over the breakout rooms. So just a few details. By the way, in the chat, you will find the links. If you want to click on them now, please, because once we end the Zoom, they will disappear. So please click on those links now. Now we will move to the breakout rooms. We'll meet one-to-one or in a smaller group with experienced Sahaja Yoga teachers. You will have your questions answered and you learn more about how to clear the chakras. And if it's the first time, please raise your hand so we can put you in a self-realization room. So please raise your hand so that the tech team knows where to send you. Fabulous. And now you will see the breakout room. If we can have this next slide, please, to show a bit of the technical part. Now we've opened the breakout rooms, and all you need to do is click on join the breakout rooms. So please ensure you click on the join, because otherwise we won't be able to take you in a breakout room unless you click on that join section. All right, so I hope, as I said, I hope you have felt the power of love in the heart. And if you haven't, please don't worry, as we've had this beautiful experience presented to us this evening. Keep going. And I will invite the presenters back with me and our lovely musician, Obi and Adam and team. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. It was amazing.
Thank you so much, Dahlia. Thank
you
for organizing this.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good evening, and please join the breakout rooms now. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
you.